Hello! Hey guys! How are you? This is Kim. Welcome back to Fablestan. I'm back with another video and I wanted to talk about money today. In this video, I want to talk about the word abundance or just abundant stuff. Money matters. The moolah, currency, stuff that we all want, or not, maybe not all of us. But anywho, I just wanted to share with you some of my thoughts on abundance and kind of my own journey with it. So let's start with the word abundance. Okay, so we all know what abundance is. You know, if you're into like New Age literature, if you're in the New Age or spiritual community, pretty sure you've heard this word. So abundance, as I would define it, is about the things that are abundant in your life, the things that make you feel abundant. Often that's money or some type of resources. And usually it's just I okay, to be honest, I kind of just feel like it's just a more spiritual word for money. And it's kind of like a different perspective of money because I feel like money is a form of currency. I think in and of itself, like just itself, is just an item, it's an object, it's a physical thing. And what gives money vibrations, or what gives money, what makes it an experience, is the experience that we have as individuals with money. It's the relationship that we have with money. It's what we've been taught, how we view money, how we spend our money, what we believe money to be, and what we do we deserve money? Like, do we, how it's like, how our sense of self, sense of worth, sense of confidence, sense of strategy, sense of business, how all of that is sort of tied, reflected in how we associate ourselves with money. So I feel like abundance is kind of like a different layer to the word money. And abundance is, to be honest, from the very beginning I never really jammed with this word. I think I know what it's trying to convey, like logically I could kind of comprehend it. I understand what it's trying to say. I understand that it's a different perspective of money. It's kind of like a it's kind of like a call to sort of to inspire you to look at your experience with money. So it's not just money from a strictly financial or physical perspective. Abundance is more about your experience with money, because money itself really isn't charged with anything. It's how you perceive money, how you perceive the resources in your life that charges those currencies positively or negatively or neutrally. For example, if you grew up in a household where money is always maybe not enough, then you might have as people call it, like an experience of lack, or having a lack consciousness, meaning you're always feeling like you don't have enough even when you do have enough. So it's not about, so in that case it's not about how much money you do have, it's about how much you feel like you have, to like how much enoughness that you have. You know, do you feel like you have enough? Do you feel like you don't have enough? And if you feel like, and for example, if you grew up with a positive experience with money, for example, you're very well nurtured, you have also just been very protected or sheltered with money, you've never experienced lack, then you wouldn't really have a negative experience with money. You wouldn't have negative attitudes towards money. So this would bring me to the point of like laws of attraction. So, but that's not really what I want to talk about today. So when it comes to like abundance and manifestation, it's about laws of attraction, or when you have a positive attitude towards money, when you're feeling confident, when you feel like you deserve it, you're worth it, money will come to you. So that's kind of like the idea, or just experiences that allow you to make that money, or allow you to kind of create that abundance for yourself. Those experiences are tied to your attitudes towards money. So that's the laws of attraction. So similarly, if you have a lack consciousness, right, if you're always sort of experiencing lack, always perceiving things in this through the lens of lack, then that's basically where you're getting, because you control what you experience. You control how you experience the world, how you experience money. So for me, it doesn't really feel like, I mean, I believe in laws of attraction, but I feel like it's just a deeper sort of understanding of like who you are and how you are with money. So it's more about self-understanding. It's about how you manage your money. So that's kind of like my response, I guess, to the common terms, right? Stuff like abundance and laws of attraction, lack consciousness, and deservedness, that kind of thing. So I did definitely contemplate those things and those concepts definitely helped me come to terms with money and helped me on a more sort of healthier, gave me a healthier relationship with money. But I feel like when it comes to money, I feel like, oh god, it's summer, so kids are playing and screaming outside. But when it comes to money, okay, so I think the first part with, especially when you're trying to attract more money, if you're trying to bring more money into your life so you can have more resources to do what you want to do, to buy what you want to buy, to support your family or to support yourself, support your dreams, that kind of stuff. I feel like when it comes to money, I think the first thing is definitely there's some really good strategies that you can use to help you feel like you're in control of your money. For example, a good budgeting plan. And not just like, I don't just mean like you should budget, as in like you should find a way that resonates with you, like a method of budgeting money or distributing your money that resonates with you, that resonates with how you relate to money, that really works for you. Like think about it as a productivity system, right? Everybody is productive in a different way. So same thing with money. There's different ways of managing money. Some people might have to be really meticulous about it. Some people are more like free willing. And as long as you're happy with it, as long as it helps you achieve what you want to achieve. So definitely I think there's certain strategies that you can use to help you bring more abundance in, to help you get more money into your life and feel more control with money. Because for me, definitely one of the things that helped me was discovering a strategy or like a budgeting system that really allowed me to feel like I'm in control of my money, even when it's like I'm a little bit short sometimes. Then I will feel like, okay, everything is still part of my plan, everything is still part of what I anticipate. So I don't feel like I'm out of control, I don't feel like I'm lacking money, I just feel like I just have to work with what I have this month. So that kind of thing. So definitely finding a system that works for you, that reflects your needs and your desires and that kind of thing, definitely helps. So that's more like a physical, financial aspect of things when it comes to money. And when it comes to money, another thing I just recently started to realize is, I don't know why, but I think in the spiritual community, or just if you kind of claim to be a spiritual person or just have a spiritual practice, I think there's this, I don't know, I think we somehow still are affected or just inherit this idea that there's this sort of sense of detachment when it comes to money. It's not money, it's abundance, or it's not the numbers, it's not about the numbers, it's about like the attitude that you have. And those things are all true, but I just feel like on my journey of like on my abundance journey, because I've been working with some of the issues I have with money, some of the attitudes and beliefs that I have with money. And one of the things I discovered slowly and gradually is, for me, definitely, I'm not a very material person, and I don't really need a lot of objects to fulfill me. I don't need money to be happy. Obviously, money is essential, but it's not like equated to happiness. Like other things make me truly happy, like being with my family, creating, that kind of stuff. So that's where I feel like I have lots to give. Like I'm wealthy because of all the things that I'm doing that is making me happy, that's giving me happiness. So I always feel like, if I don't care much about money, some people are like, I need to get like this job, I need to get to a certain place in life, I need to like get to this place where I'm happy with myself. So that's good and all. Like some people are goal driven. Some people are driven by their vision. So I think just what works for you. But for me, I never really felt like I needed to continue to up my income. Obviously, that's a desirable thing. That's a good thing. I just feel like, that's not really what I'm looking for. But if that's what I'm thinking, does that push away the money I'm trying to earn because of loss of attraction, right? So I've been trying to kind of think about like, what do I want to spend my money on? I feel like that's a key question. It's kind of like, okay, essentials aside, like rent, food, that kind of stuff aside. It's like, what do I want? If I want to bring in more money, what do I want to spend that money on? What experience I'm trying to cultivate? What is it that I'm exchanging with the universe, if that makes sense? I thought about it, and I thought about like the things that I buy that makes you feel happy, that makes me feel wealthier. For example, like even buying my favorite things like tarot decks or books, after a while it gets tiring because I just feel like I'm just spending money now. I'm not really buying the stuff that I like, I'm just spending money. And it just gets kind of boring and it gets kind of like tiring. So I feel like that's not really what I really want to spend money on, although buying books and tarot decks do make me happy. But continuously binging or buying a lot, it gets tiring from time to time. So I feel like that's not it. What's something that makes my soul happy when I spend money on that? And then I kind of came to this conclusion where I have an Etsy shop and I'm so happy when, like, especially the beginning stages, I was so happy when somebody found my shop, purchased the reading from me, and it wasn't even about the money, you know, it was just about like feeling seen, feeling validated, feeling like somebody found me, they really resonated with my work, and they wanted to purchase a reading from me. So that's how I feel. And I kind of feel like on the other end, because I do the same thing all the time, like when I discover a new tarot shop, when I discover a new tarot reader, I want to purchase from them when, obviously, if I resonate with their worldview, if I resonate with their shop, that kind of thing. I want to be on the other end too. I want to show that support, and I want to show that I really value your work and your wisdom and what you're putting out there, and I really like your stuff, and I want to show my appreciation and my interest by paying you for a reading or by purchasing something that you made. And I feel like that's something that will make me really happy, because it does. It's already making me happy. So I feel like investing, engaging, just being part of a creative community and showing support with money, you know, appreciating another person, appreciating their time and effort and their creativity with something solid, something that really, you know, gives them value. It's kind of like, I'm not just spending money, I'm trying to show how much I value your work and I'm willing to pay you for it. And that's something wonderful to discover. And I feel like that's something I want to spend money on all the time, because I know how I feel when someone validates my work and appreciates my work and shows their interest in what I'm having to offer. And I just feel like it's such an amazing thing. If I could just pay it forward, you know, just cultivate that sense of abundance in this creative community, I feel like I will be very happy. And I feel like this is it. This is what I want to work on. This is like what I want to project forward. This is what I want to tell the universe. It's like, send me more money so I can do this, so I can just I can just grow and appreciate just everyone in this creative journey with me. So send me more money. And I kind of reached that realization, and I kid you not, the next day somebody bought a reading from me. I kid you not. Coincidence? I think not. No. But the point is, I think finding that thing that you want to spend your money on really helps you, if anything, really motivates you when it comes to making money. Because if you know what you're going to spend this money on, and you know how much of an experience that is, then I don't know, it just really adds to your life. You know, you feel like your money has a purpose. You're making money not just to become validated, not just to, you know, just to share your wares or share your creativity or share your wisdom or provide that service. You also have this purpose outside of yourself. So that's kind of interesting. So I feel like finding that purpose may help you with your abundance journey. Okay, back to disassociating yourself with money. Yeah, I figure out what I want to spend my money on, and I also realized that, you know, like kind of just realizing, okay, I don't need a lot of money to be happy. I don't need to be like ultra rich. I don't need to be super materialistic. I keep saying that, as if like money doesn't matter. I think money does. Obviously, you know, like need to pay rent and all that kind of stuff. But on top of that, money it's like I came to the realization that sure, I don't need money to be happy, but having more money will make me more happier. It's like, who can say no to that, right? It's not like I'm being materialistic. It's not like I'm being superficial. It's just that on top of the things that I value in my life, on top of the things that allow me to feel rich and vivid and awesome in life, that allows me to feel abundant. Obviously, having more resources on my hand will allow me to do a lot more things, and having more money will make me happy. So I feel like, I don't know, like there's just that kind of feeling of like, oh, if I admit that I want more money, is that superficial of me? Or maybe I should just say, I want to be more abundant, or I want to attract more abundance. I want more money. Like, I don't need money to be happy. I don't need it so I could be like this greed monster and then just indulge in consumerism, whatever. But more money will make me happy. And I think admitting that and knowing that there's nothing, recognizing that there's nothing wrong with that and there's nothing shameful about wanting more money or just not sugarcoating it in any way. I don't know, I just feel like that just got a lot of things. It just, that's my timer. It's just less stressful to think about. It's just like, it's just, you're trying to make more money. Yeah, trying to bring more abundance, things that allow you to feel more abundant in life. Yes, check, check, check. So think, yeah, just realizing that kind of freed me from a lot of useless worries that I used to do. I'm always trying to like be really like, I'm very spiritual, I'm just trying to attract more abundance and not money. I don't know if you feel that way, but I feel like maybe a lot of people do. It's ridiculous. At least for me, I thought I was being ridiculous. I'm just like, of course I like more money. Who doesn't? But that doesn't mean I'm shallow or I'm materialistic. It's just having more resources will allow me to do a lot more things, and that will allow me to be more myself, be more creative. I can buy more art supplies and that kind of stuff, you know? So yeah. Okay, so to close this video, before it goes over 20 minutes, I just want to say that going back to my very first point about abundance, I think it's just such a redundant word. I don't mean it as a negative way. I'm not criticizing the word because I do use the word. I'm just saying that I feel like within that concept of abundance, it's such a big umbrella term, right? That's what I mean. Just within that concept of abundance, I feel like we should all find a word that we personally resonate with, right? Is your word abundance or wealth? Is it resources? Is it currency? Is it something else? Is it, or just money itself, right? I feel like you don't have to sort of force yourself to follow the terms or the tropes in this spiritual narrative. I think you can work with that general concept, personalize it, find a word that really vibes with you, like that really resonates on your vibrational level, that really makes you feel like this is coming from my heart, this gets straight into my heart. And you need to find that word. It doesn't have to be abundance. It can mean the same thing. It can mean like a similar thing, but you just have to find your own word. You just have to find a word that is unique to you, that means something to you, and work with that word, because I feel like that's going to help you in terms of the metaphysical aspect, like energetic aspect of things. I feel like that's going to make more things align for you, just having that personalized word of abundance. So it doesn't have to be abundance. For me, I think I like the word wealth much better, just because it speaks more about like how much I have, not just money, right? How much I have as a person, like how much happiness, how much creativity, how fulfilled I am, you know? I feel like that word means that for me. So what's your money word? Is it abundance? Is it wealth? Let me know in the comments below. And until next time, keep calm and tarot on.